Trap's about a father and a daughter that go to this very popular concert, and they get there and they realize they're at the center of a very sinister event that's happening.
Well, I play Cooper. Cooper is a firefighter by trade, and he's got a lot going on outside of his domestic obligations and his, his role in society. He's a father, and he loves his daughter very much, and I think that he finds himself in a pretty tricky situation in this film, as the title suggests. He finds himself in a trap, so he's got to find his way out.
So I played Parker Wayne. I think the way he fits into the story is just another element of like distraction and excitement that Cooper has to manage, with his daughter, because his daughter is a huge fan of Lady Raven and also Parker Wayne, and so she sees both of them, and it's just heightened level of excitement for her that now he has to further manage.
I play a character called Lady Raven, who is the singer that's, the concert that the main characters arrive to, and then she sort of gets intertwined with the plot and the main characters in the second half of the movie.
Trap came from a conversation that my daughter Salika and I were having. My daughter Salika is a musician, and we were talking about her art form, and we've seen her perform everywhere, and I've been backstage with so many friends that are musicians, so the world of concerts and backstage and what happens and how fans gather and the meet and greets and all that stuff is something that's kind of baked into me, and I thought, wow, this would be a kind of an interesting place to set a thriller. But really it came from the conversation with Salika, my daughter, that could we combine the idea of a concert and an idea of a thriller together in one experience, and really get both things in one moment where you feel, wow, I'm overwhelmed by the music, but I'm also terrified from the thriller.
This was a very personal one because it was sort of an idea that my dad and I had a long time ago, was to do a project together, kind of bring music and film together, which is something that, they go together very much in our culture, from Bollywood and all that. So it's something that feels very natural, but we wanted to do it in our kind of way that felt more Shyamalan. So that was kind of a seed that was there for a long time. And then he came up with this great idea about, a trap at a concert and kind of making it into a thriller, and there's a serial killer and all of that. And so that was just the beginning of the idea, and then he wrote the script, and there was lots of spots for songs. Originally it was like 18 or 19 songs, and then as the script kind of got narrowed down, it became 14, and I ended up writing an album for it.
I play the Thinker, who is a huge pop megastar, and I appear in the story doing a cameo appearance with Lady Raven.
Salika is she's an extraordinarily talented human being who has made, I think, she's probably had the most to do on this film. Maybe, I'm not gonna say, maybe more than Night. Like she's had to write an album. She's had to learn all the choreography for a stage performance. So basically she's had to go on tour, learn everything that she needed to do to go on tour. She also had to create a character. And none of this is from her perspective. And what she's also doing with the music is that she is soundtracking my character's kind of interactions and the way he's understanding what's happening to him.
Josh Hartnett was exactly this, what I just described. This person, he lives in England. He doesn't live in Hollywood. He is with his family. He's, very philosophical, and he looked me in the eye, and when I met him, I just knew he was ready to go and do anything. And that energy and that electricity was coming off of him, and to play this particular role, I needed someone that was all in and was ready to take a risk. And so I think for audiences, one of the great reasons to come to this movie is seeing the performance that Josh gave.
It's been surreal working with M. Night Shyamalan. It's like, I knew about him obviously just growing up, and he's such a legend. So to work with him has been obviously surreal, but kind of just seeing how laid back he is on set, because you don't really know if like someone's going to be intense or like barking at people, who knows, you know? But he's been so cool, and kind of watching him direct and getting like giddy still about certain takes is just inspiring to see. Like the love is still there, you know?
It's an unusual concept. The audience knows who the killer is, but nobody else does. Nobody else in the film knows. So the audience follows the story of, you know, the FBI trying to find him and you know, work out what his next move is going to be.
You know, I think like something that's beautiful about the way that my dad writes and directs is that no character is one-dimensional, and everyone has so many nuances, and I think that's true about humanity. Like he brings that out in his storytelling, and the way that, you know, a villain isn't just a villain. They're maybe a loving dad, and they love their daughter, and they have a moral system, and there's a reason why they do bad things.
What I wanted it to be, I knew it was gonna be, because Salika is this pure artist. So I was like, Salika, this is the situation, this is who I think this fictional character is. Can you write with this angle on this character? But she feels this way to her audience. This is who loves her and why. This was her last album. And we have discussions, and then one song after another Salika would write, and it would be this kind of Christmas every time she's like, I got another song, and I'll be like, oh my God, I can't wait. And put the headphones on and listen, or wherever she plays it down in the studio, and I can't believe it. And every time I'm in awe. It's just, you know, when you're with an artist, whether it's Josh or Salika, who are at that place, that kind of perfect pitch place where they can hear their own voices, you just get out of the way a little bit as a director and a creator. So it's just I hope, I know audiences will feel that authenticity and that magic from
is one of those 20,000 in attendance today.
Dad.
He's realized he can't get out.
Dad.
We will catch him.
Dad.
I'll be right back.
Trap. It's very new and different than my other movies. The world of concerts and backstage, I thought, wow, this would be a kind of an interesting place to set a thriller.
Cooper is a father. He loves his daughter very much, and he finds himself in a pretty tricky situation. As the title suggests, he finds himself in a trap.
It's a combination of tones that is really unusual.
What's going on, Dad? It's dark and it's edgy and it's fun.
Watching Knight's films, like with The Sixth Sense and Signs, what I got is this creeping sense of dread. No one else can create the amount of tension that he can. Catch me.
You have to go to see it in the movie theater so that you're laughing together, you're gasping together, trying to piece it together and holding on your edge of seats. Wow.
What's going on, Daddy?
Enjoy the rest of the concert.
Hope you enjoyed your behind the scenes look. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and I'll see you here next time. Later.